Welcome to 1 Million Cups, guys. We have about 5 more minutes, of visiting before we get started. About 5 more minutes. Checking this, right? Looking for Shauna Williams. Is Shauna Williams here today? Shauna Williams. Is Shauna Williams here today? No? Okay. All right, this is pretty good volume. We're going to get started in about 5 minutes. We're just checking both of the microphones. We're just checking both the microphones. This is a lot better from last week. This is a lot better, Channel. Thank you.
Good to see you. Hey, Miss Stewart's here today.
How you been?
This, oh, you like that?
Oh yeah, the light. It does really look like a weapon of mass destruction. It's so funny. All right, sweet. Wow. I don't think so. Yeah.
Should we go up or no? Just stay.
I would stay. I think it's fine.
Assuming this is like...
This is the panel. The panel.
like the volunteer panel up here?
We're the only ones allowed to give advice. We're actually going to question them.
Makes sense.
This is like an inquisition, is what it is.
No, it made sense to have the board.
Yeah, I like this. I like this. I may end up getting up and moving back further in the room, but I don't always love being front and center because I'd rather kind of be like a fly on the wall a little bit.
Hey, Dr. Dana. Good morning.
How we doing?
Hey, what's going on, man? Good morning, you all right? Yes. Okay. If you want to start brewing in there, that's great. Yes. Yes, we have coffee for the first part. We need extra coffee.
So if you want to wrap up your meeting, you guys know it's have some time here at Incubizo.
To your text.
All right, so I'm looking for Dr. Velonda. Close by behind. Just want to make sure close and get ready. It's only about 15 minutes or so. All right, everybody, welcome back to my meeting. See a lot of familiar faces here. My name is Melissa Wilson. I'm going to be your MC today. I'm one of the volunteer organizers. Just going to keep chatting it up until some of our folks find their spots. I think everyone's very respectful of the timing of this event. We're going to go ahead and start at 9 and end at 10. And I'm going to, is this so should I be right here?
Oh, no, you're fine.
Yeah, you got plenty of space. You're good.
All right, everybody, ready to get started? Okay, I see a lot of familiar faces here. Again, my name is Melissa Wilson. I'm one of the co-leads and volunteer organizers for our 1 Million Cups community. I've noticed I haven't been here the last few weeks. I was in Florida and I actually went to a couple other 1 Million Cups events, and you'd be surprised at how similar they are because of what we do here in our group. All right, so first of all, I'd like to welcome people we have here in the Zoom room. How many people do we have there?
We have 6 people on Zoom.
All right, we have 6 people on Zoom. Thank you guys for coming in via Zoom. Brian, do we have anyone on our YouTube Live?
We've got one person right now.
All right, cool. Well, welcome to our virtual community. For all of you in the room, know that if you're missing a week, I know you guys all like being here. If you're missing a week, just like I did, you can go to YouTube and watch it on YouTube Live. I hope you're all following our channel.
If you're not subscribed,
you can subscribe to our channel. That's very helpful for us to get the word out. Also within the 1 Million Cups community, the more people that they see within our community, the better they can promote this program. And then on the Zoom, if you ever want to come in on Zoom, that's where you can ask questions. If you want to put questions into the chat, that's where people in our Zoom room can do the same thing. All right, so first of all, I'd like to welcome our regulars. If you have been here before to 1 Million Cups, can you please raise your hands? Most of you. Thank you guys. Has anyone here that's a regular invited somebody else to come that's come today? All right, let's do that in the future, okay? No, for those in the virtual room, nobody raised their hand. They will next week, right? Next week we'll invite somebody to come. Cool. All right, and then do we have any past presenters in our room? Demetra, yes.
Yes.
Kitchen, hi. Thank you guys. Okay, so you have quite a few past presenters here. And then do we have anyone who is new, like first time here at 1 Million Cups? If you could raise your hand. Hi, Lawrence. Back in the back of the room. We have a gift for you if you're new. So raise your hand.
Hand up.
We'll give you a first timer gift. Yep. And David there, who's one of our volunteer organizers.
Yep.
He's passed
Yep,
out.
we see you.
All right, and then one more group to call out here besides our hosted venue, which will be, I'll call it in just a minute, is our community sponsor, which is Oakland Thrive. So Oakland Thrive is one of our an entrepreneur support systems here in Oakland County. About half of our organizer committee is Oakland Thrive consultants. So if you are an Oakland Thrive consultant, can you please stand up here? Please stand up. Awesome. Thank you so much for being a B2B partner or an Oakland County sponsor. Thank you guys very much for being here. For the entrepreneurs in the room, these are the support system people that can help pull you through the system that is entrepreneurship. All right, so I'm back. I'm going to talk a few extra minutes today about the Kaufman Foundation. I know we just have a couple new people, and I know we have a lot of regulars here, and we don't often tell this whole story. So I'm kind of practicing, because next week we are going to have visitors. It's okay if I say this, right, Daryl? You've been with me saying this?
We have visitors, yes.
So next week, our regional reps for our 1 Million Cups community from the headquarters are making a long-distance trip from Kansas City, Missouri to come and see how our community functions. Right? Because we are that good.
Yes.
Yes. And not only is it our regional rep, but it is the executive director of 1 Million Cups around the country. Right? So Emma will be here, and Linda, who is our regional director. So I'm kind of practicing on part of what we deliver as the licensed framework for 1 Million Cups. You guys willing to roll with me for about 5 minutes?
We can do that.
Okay, thank you, Daryl. Daryl says we can do that, so that's important. All right, so based on the notion that entrepreneurs discover solutions and engage with their communities, over 1 million cups of coffee, Ewing, Marion, Kaufman established 1 Million Cups in 2012. So that's how long these communities have been meeting in kind of a grassroots effort in coffee shops and workspaces like Incubizo. So they believe that through the power of volunteers, that we can support thousands of entrepreneurs around the country. So I'm not sure if you're aware, but us organizers, we have about 15 organizers on our team right now. We are all volunteers. So everything we're doing here is volunteer, as well as we are gifted with space through Incubizo. So thank you, Incubizo, for being our business space. Where we can very supportive community here at Incubizo. So I'm not sure if you're aware, but there are over 110 communities that are meeting on Wednesday. This Wednesday, every Wednesday morning, we have the option of meeting at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, or 10 o'clock as part of our framework, and that's happening all around the country. And so Kaufman, the man, he believed that everyone has the right to be uncommon. And he wanted individuals to be educated not only to resolve discord, but to create. So what he invested in were the tools and the money to help young people and adults be very productive world citizens. That is why all of you in the room that are entrepreneurs running your own business are in existence, right? So that we can help the country to be a better country in general. All right, and as we know, it takes 1 million cups of coffee to make those connections. All right, so I know I'm reading, but I'm gonna not read it next week. Okay, so 1 Million Cups seeks to change conditions, address the root causes, and break down systemic barriers so that all people, regardless of race, gender, or geography, have the opportunity to achieve economic stability, mobility, and Milton, where are you? Prosperity, right? Prosperity. Milton is one of the organizers on our team, and he always greets people with blessings and prosperity, which I think is a very positive way to greet each other. Now, nationwide, 1 Million Cups communities aim to present a supportive and inclusive front door to your local entrepreneur ecosystems. You guys feel like we do that here at 1 Million Cups? Because I feel like that's a very strong statement that happens at all of the communities. I went to 2 in Orlando area the last 2 weeks, and they do the same thing. And the reason that we want everyone to come here to 1 Million Cups is so that every person participating in 1 Million Cups will have a positive experience, right? We want a culture of openness and support. The language that 1 Million Cups uses is that we are radically inclusive, And we want to be a safe and supportive community, and we want to be respectful and considerate of everyone in the room, the people who are sponsoring our events, that's the coffee sponsor who gets to pitch, as well as the presenter. And as you know, the presenters that come up in this community are not pitching, they're actually presenting who they are, the problem they're resolving, and where they are kind of stuck as a business owner. And that's where all of you come in and play. All right, so a couple of announcements. Our agenda for today is going to be, first the coffee sponsor is going to come up, Nina Love. She's going to get a couple minutes to actually pitch. If anyone here wants to be a coffee sponsor in the future, just see Josh or Carmen. We have a running list. You'll provide coffee for everybody in the room, and then you'll get to actually pitch in front of this audience on the microphone, and the Zoom audience, and the YouTube. So it kind of lives in perpetuity when you get to pitch your coffee business. And it doesn't have to be a coffee business, of course, it can be any business that pays for the coffee. And then we are going to do our presenter, Dr. Velonda, is going to come up today, do her conversation with us as a community. Then we'll have about 20 minutes or so of Q&A, depending on how long Dr. Velonda's questions and answers go and what her presentation is. And then we will make some community announcements. There is an event happening right after this meeting this week. It is, Daryl, what is it?
Thrive with a Purpose, Breaking
Thrive.
Barriers.
Say it again.
Thrive with Purpose, Breaking Barriers, a Black History Month
There's
celebration.
a Black History Month special event happening here that is supported by our community sponsor, Oakland Thrive, Breaking Barriers. Right, anyway, it's at 10 o'clock. So it's at 10 o'clock, it's happening right here, so stick around if you can for that event. And when I say we have announcements, so after we wrap up the presentation with Dr. Velonda, we'll ask her a couple of questions to see how things went with this. We'll do some announcements and then we gather together for a group photo. Does that sound good? Yep, okay. All right, well, with that, let's go ahead and get started. Where is Ms. Nina Love, our coffee sponsor? You got a couple minutes up here on the microphone, take as long as you need, sensitive microphone. And we have this mic for community. Good morning, beautiful people.
Good morning.
How you guys doing?
Raise your microphone up. There we go.
Good morning, beautiful people.
There we go.
I am Nina Love with the Love Experience, and I am very happy to be here with you all this morning. I am a very multifaceted individual, I do a lot, but in the capacity that I'm here with you all today, I am a chef and caterer. I own the Love Experience. We offer food and beverage services, hospitality, and food and beverage consulting to individuals and companies as well in the Metro Detroit area, as well as the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia, as well as New York and Chicago. I'm very passionate about using food and all the gifts that God has given me to heal. So if anyone has ever been to any of my experiences, you will see really beautiful food. And you will feel a lot of love. That is my brand, that's who I am, that's what I want to leave. That's my mark on this planet, that's my legacy. I recently moved here from DC, Baltimore area about 2.5 years ago. So I've only been in Detroit a couple of years. I'm still a newbie, but I love the city. I'm very grateful to be able to be a contribution in the ways that I have. My team and I created the NFL draft this past year that came to Detroit. We were able to feed 3,500 very hungry NFL workers over the course of the week throughout the draft. I'm very, very proud of what we were able to do for our city because we all showed up and showed out. I don't know if any of you all down there, but it was a madhouse, but it was also really, really beautiful to see how our city kind of rose to the occasion and made it happen. I also do a lot of community work. I teach. I'm very passionate about kind of just like I said, giving the love and also and teaching the skills, not just cooking for you. Because cook for you, you once awesome, but if you can learn how to use food in different ways to support your healing, for me that is a job well done. And I feel like I've done what I've been called to do. What else am I supposed to share?
Anything you like.
Oh yes, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook at The Love Experience. Also I'm on LinkedIn, that's Nina Love with The Love Experience. Oh yes, my business partner and I co-founded iHouse at Liberty Mimosa this past June in Eastern Market. So if you are a change maker, a leader in the city of Detroit, that is a space that you're curating as a home for people that are out here doing the Lord's work, trying to make the city great and keep it great. We do a lot. We do a lot of programming, we do a lot of support around just having people that are in those positions, the nonprofit leaders, business leaders, have a space they can come and rest, one, and two, connect with other like-minded individuals and get services in a real way, not in a ticket or a number, but in a really powerful way around thought partnership and real life resources and support, as well as just having a home to have your meetings and bring your team or your guests from out of town. It's a beautiful space. If you ever are in Eastern Market, please come see us. It's the you guys know where the old Louisiana Creole we offer a wellness program. We're starting our weekly yoga classes this week. I'm really excited about that. It's a wealth of awesomeness. And you can find us at motorcitymimosa.com to check out what we offer. On the bottom of this slide, you can see some of the clients that we've serviced over the years. And if you want to play right now, there's a couple of videos up top just to kind of show the work that we've done. But definitely follow us on social media. The website is theloveexp.com.
What's your social media handles? What's your social media handles?
Also, the Love Experience. So on Facebook is The Love Experience, and on Instagram is the.love_experience. You know, that's a lot, sorry. You know, everybody just gets up, act fast. So the.love_experience.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
We get great coffee sponsors here. All right, before we get started with our presenter, we have a guest here today from our Ann Arbor community, right? So we know we launched an Ann Arbor community a couple of months ago. Masur, if you don't mind coming up here for just a second. Masur is one of the volunteer organizers. At first thought he was just going to be sitting in the audience like the rest of you guys. But yeah, he became a committed person. So here's a mark for you. And you want to say a little bit about your community?
Yeah, hi everybody. Hey guys, this is awesome, by the way. So we are newer, and so we don't have that many people. So I'd love any of your help. So just to let you know, we're in Ann Arbor. It is an hour away, but it's a radically inclusive community, just like this one. So if you guys need a second place to present, we're right there. We're right around the street. So we've been around for 4 months now.
Yeah, 4 months.
So yeah. And my name is Mr. I'm a business and brand strategist by nature, and I love 1 Million Cups. I actually came from Phoenix. I just moved here 2 hours ago, or two.
That was recent.
I just moved here 2 years ago, and I actually knew about 1 Million Cups back in 2013 from Phoenix. And so I knew about it way back when. I love the opportunity to be a part of the organizing community at Ann Arbor. So thank you very much. And I brought my amazing wife to
Amazing wife. All right, so hopefully you guys picked up on that. We believe that we are synergetic communities. Everyone in this room knows that Ann Arbor is very different from Oakland County and Ferndale. Oakland County and Ferndale is very different from downtown Detroit. So I'm going to ask your support next week when we have our visitors from out of town, from 1 Million Cups headquarters, to let them know that it is a different ecosystem in downtown Detroit. As my organizing committee knows, I would love to launch another 1 Million Cups in downtown Detroit, but there is a major rule that does not allow that to happen, which is that they want their communities to be 20 miles apart from each other, right? 20 miles apart from each other. And yes, we're not that far. But we are very different. So I'm going to be working on suggesting to them that wouldn't it be great if we had 1 Million Cups in downtown Detroit with all the businesses that are launching down there, what's happening with Black Tech Saturday and all of that. And you could go to this one, you could go to that one. If you're presenting, you could present in Ann Arbor. I mean, it's just a natural synergy, but the headquarters doesn't really understand how the ecosystem works here in the state of Michigan. So I'm hoping to showcase that. I know this is being recorded. I hope they don't watch it. Okay, we're ready to introduce our presenter for today. And as I invite Dr. Velonda up here to present her business, just a reminder for the audience, right? We are going to support her with her community questions at the end of her presentation. And by support, that means that we're going to offer experiences you might have had relating to the challenge that she's going to share with us. Or maybe you have a connection or a collaboration, or even you have something that you'd like to talk with her afterwards. So come up to the mic, because we do have a virtual audience, and we record this for our presenters, and make your suggestion. Even if it's just, I think I can help you, let's speak after. This is what I do, but no pitching from the microphone, and no telling our presenter what they should do, right? Nobody likes to get should all over, especially on a microphone. And Dr. Velonda told me that earlier, so we're just going to keep that respectful thing there. All right, are you ready? Okay, the sensitive microphone, and then we're going to switch to give you the wired mic when people come up. They're going to come up on your left side. Okay.
Good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? Good morning. So you can call me Dr. V, or you can call me Dr. Velonda. I am the founder and CEO of Sweet Potato Delights. I'm a veteran that became a corporate wellness consultant, a a professor, a public health professional, and a cookbook author before I landed on food entrepreneurship. Next slide. So, okay, Sweet Potato Delights is a wholesale vegan food manufacturer. As our tagline indicates, we offer deliciously healthy foods that you can enjoy any time of the day. Next slide. We're a vegan food manufacturer specializing in sweet potato-based baked goods, and we offer breakfast, lunch catering. What makes our brand special is the preservative-free recipes and our use of the sweet potato. You know, it's a superfood. I would be remiss if I didn't say Happy Heart Health Month, that is, and because sweet potatoes supports heart health. That's a nutritionist to me. Next slide. We wholesale to restaurants, health food stores, cafes, co-op grocery stores. Pre-pandemic, we focused mostly on big box grocery stores, but pandemic shift moves us into this space. My former partner was responsible for product packaging, product distribution, order delivery, and he also served as sales staff during farmer markets and special events. Next slide. My husband was my former partner, right-hand man, sounding board, just all-around energizer. As a result of his memory loss journey, he is no longer able to independently manage most of those tasks that I previously mentioned. And I'm his caregiver. It's a big hole, and it seems like it's expanding every single day. We experienced about 12% revenue growth from 23 to 24, with about 52% coming from wholesale accounts, 28% from catering and special events, which really surprised me, 19% from farmers market, and a little bit less than 1% from online marketing. So I'm looking online orders. I'm looking to bring stability and consistent cash flow, but I need help. I need help figuring out which of these existing revenue streams, or maybe new revenue stream, I should be focusing my attention on. Next slide. So these are the top 5 things that I've tried so far. Doing the task myself. Overwhelming. Sometimes I feel like I'm, like that little hamster, right? You know what I mean. I have hired a part-time baker. Woo-hoo. That has been a game changer for sure. It's very helpful. I've researched a virtual assistant. Yes, I say yes. The budget says, now. Just do it, right? And then I've been closely monitoring sales data, like trying to what does these numbers tell you, right? And as of year to date, we're about 80% revenue from wholesale sales, still the biggest category. And I'm constantly exploring opportunities to increase wholesale client rosters, including larger accounts like maybe circling back to the Meyer format store, or maybe even considering government contracting at the state or local level, since I am a veteran, woman-owned business. Next slide. I need help. Okay, so I'm not gonna sing. Yes, no. What is she doing? Administratively, operationally, are big areas of help need, which will help managing those managerial tasks, a lighter level. It was a pleasant realization for me that the catering and special events were viable revenue streams. I mean, 28% is pretty significant when you really weren't expecting that to be the biggest contributor. But I also realized that I need a marketing strategy that includes digital marketing. really got to embrace the digital, right? Next slide. So, what questions do you have for me that can help me answer these two questions? How do I fill the partner void to meet all of the demands of this business? And how can I determine which revenue stream to pursue and assess the needed capacity? Those are the questions.
Really great. And I'm sorry about your husband. I didn't know about that. I also have memory loss in my family. So you're going to stand here. These are the community questions. This is actually how you can reach her. So if you want to take a quick picture of this slide at the top, this will be, if you think you have suggestions that you might not want to come up and offer on the microphone, or you think of something later, this is a great slide to grab a picture of. And then we're going to invite anyone in the room who would like to come up and offer experiences, suggestions, or collaborations to come up here to this left side. We have a mark on the floor that'll help us stay in the virtual room. And you can line up out here to the left side. So we are welcoming anyone to come up that might have some suggestions for us. So. Oh yes, we have another comment. While you guys are making your way up to this left side here, she has something else to share with you.
So hopefully you've had the chance to enjoy some of the sweet potato delights, kind of give you a taste sense of the work that I do. The big basket has 2 soups in it. One is a 3-bean chili and one is a butternut squash. Yes, they both have sweet potato in it. And then the orange basket has the sweet potato cheesecake. In case you're nut sensitive, it has a ginger and pecan crust. So please help yourself, take samples. I want to take empty baskets back.
Perfect.
Yes, we can share.
All right. Yeah, we'll start with Tanisha, and then this will be the mic for you, so you want to give that to Tanisha.
And then this is the mic to respond.
Okay.
Good job. I'm Tanisha Molden. I was told to announce myself.
Next.
Tanisha Molden, Molden Law. I'm an intellectual property attorney. And for the first question, it's more, I guess I get back to maybe understanding what the roles and responsibilities, what tasks your husband were handling, and taking note of those so you can identify a job description. Because I don't want to should, but you're probably not going to find him again, a person like him again. But you could probably find a couple of people to take on the roles and responsibilities that he's handling. And once you identify that, prioritize what's important based upon what your goals are. I think that might be the first place to start to know what that is. The second question is what revenue stream to pursue. It's something that you're already, have revenue streams. The piece that may need more analysis is the market. What is happening in the market right now for your business or your industry to help guide you on where you want to go? So that might be paying attention that, guys, I always mention competitors, watching what competitors are doing, what are they doing in the market, and then also what's happening in the industry regarding your either wholesale or retail or whatever. I think that would be the first place to start to do an analysis of that so you can make a more informed decision.
Thank you. Market analysis.
Good morning, Dr. B, and thank you for your service. I really appreciate it. And wow, you have a great background, so it was so interesting to hear all the great things you've done for our country and for your business. Couple things. First of all, one of the things I did when I was expanding my business is I went out and I looked for some grants. So I would think that Oakland Drive could probably help you identify that, because that's who identified it for me. So the grants, plus you're a veteran, so there should be some grants for, and you're a woman. I mean, there should be grants and money available for you somewhere, I would think. That's what I did. I tried to do that way. The other thing, and just more on a personal note, I live outside Rochester. In Rochester, I don't know where you live, but I think there was going to be something similar. They have an old person, OTC, old something. It's Old Persons Commission, OPC, Old Persons Commission. And you can drop elderly people there for the day, and it's very inexpensive. So I'm sure, I don't know where you live, if it's not there, I'm sure there might be something similar in the community that you live in.
Great ideas, thank you so much. Now getting Mr. Anderson on board with that, right?
We met a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm doing well, what you say?
Good. I'm Kamal Nade. So I think the first part of the first question was where it relates to contractors. Are you able to hire someone on an as-needed basis, just to serve in the role in the capacity that they need to fulfill the job that they need to fulfill? And then if you need them more, you can use them more. If not, then you don't need them. So is that an opportunity for you, or is that something that is that an opportunity for you?
I think it is an opportunity. I just would have to figure out how that would work. Because it's the operations person that the whole is occurring about. And so distribution, somebody that has distribution, management, packaging, that kind of delivery type of skill. So yeah, I guess I could, because I got a set schedule of who gets delivered to. So yeah, maybe I just need someone pulling out in my head how to apply that.
I don't know if we spoke before about operations school.
We did.
Okay,
We
so
did.
we should talk more about that.
Absolutely.
So for those, if you're not familiar, operations school is an entity that helps business owners learn how to scale their business with learning the operations of the business. So it's open county based. So yeah, we can talk more about that because that might be something. The other part of your question was, I just believe that you're already doing it. Wholesale, you said that wholesale is doing well. So my thought is ride the wave, right? Ride the wave of what's going well for you, and then continue to find other areas in your business that you can bolster more. But if it's going well, keep doing that.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Dr. B, I'm Jewel. Good, how are you? I am a marketing automation person. But as I was listening to your presentation, one, I just think it's amazing how you're using the data already with your business. So I'm complimenting you on that. For your questions, I have a question for you in terms of what types of activities are really the bottlenecks that you're looking for. Are they more operational running the bakery, or are they kind of like the revenue operations, invoicing, things like following up with customers, those types of things?
Probably the latter, because I'm, having hired a part-time person, that really, like, okay, I need to do this, I need to have her more hours at the operational area and the administrative area, like the calls, and yeah, those are the two.
Okay, very good. So I'm going to encourage you that many of those things can be automated. So I'm a tech nerd, and so this is what I do is automate. So many of the things like invoicing, even calling, those types of things can be maintained and managed in a platform. So we should connect after this and talk a little bit more about what you're trying to do. Okay. The second question is how to determine the revenue stream to pursue. This is the challenge that I had myself, and it drove me to create a framework, right? And the reason I did that is because when I looked at marketing, there's always more to marketing than just that piece. There's all the business that goes around it, your revenue operations system, and how you're able to take your customers through the journey that really provides you with the ability to convert on those leads, right? So when you're deciding on the revenue stream, the big part of it is who is your target audience? Who you really, really want to help? You have a lot going on, but if you were to build the business of your dreams and serve the people that you really, really want to help, who would that be? And then what is the revenue stream that would serve those people? And then build your revenue operations around it and fill it in with and automate as much as you can. And that'll help you with the piece that you need to actually run it, as well as focus. And you can always go back to the other streams later, going through that analysis of your system. So, is that helpful?
It is kind of like revenue operations.
Your revenue operations system is the part of your business that is taking the customer through the journey and converting it from lead to referral. I don't like to go to customer because to me, the gauge of a good customer is when they refer someone, right? So it's from lead to referral is your revenue operation system. So in order to have a system that you even to get a VA, right? You want to be able to tell them what to do that's going to give value to your business. And so until you actually look at the whole revenue operation system, how do you know the point that's going to be most profitable for you? So for me, it's like, okay, let me map it out. Okay, what am I doing? What's my revenue operations? And then now, based on what I know about all the things that I do and the way I do it, which thing can I focus on to provide the most profitability? Because it's not just revenue, we want to make profit. Right? So, that's what I want to share.
For the topic to you more.
Okay.
Dr. Wee, I applaud you for your courage on starting your business and being an entrepreneur, despite all the challenges and odds. Knowing your profile, I'm finding that you have a strength on discipline and you have a strength on education. Otherwise, you would be going to that for education. So, I would like to offer you a couple of recommendations. One is the person that you don't have anymore, partner. I'm sorry for that. But the tasks needed to be, this is what I would do. They need to be piecemeal. Make it into small tasks. And then they can be delegated with a very economic approach through online assistance. So I can give you 3 different websites that you can look into. One is called freelancer.com, and second one is called guru.com, G-U-R-U, and third one is fiverr.com. So this is the talent from all over